you guys doing today?
Hey, you guys.
So today, this one, he wants to wing it today.
Yeah.
He wants to talk about, what do you want? What is it we're talking about?
Social media bullshit.
Yeah. So today we are exploring how social media impacts relationships. It can bring us closer by sharing memories and staying connected, but can also create challenges like jealousy and miscommunication. And it helps us or hurts us
Mhm.
in our relationship.
Yeah. Put it.
So let's dive into it and let's see where this episode is going to take us.
We're gonna see.
Because if I let him just go full range and not have any kind of, this is the only time he wants to go outside the box. Otherwise, we got to stay within. We got to do everything a certain way. So this we're going to see how this goes because he wants to do this one. I told him I'm going to go take a nap while he does this.
Yeah, she want to take a nap. She need a nap, y'all. She just
So okay, you want to talk about social media and relationships, and we all know that social media is screwing up relationships.
Well,
for the most part,
it's more so. I don't know if we can even say with the relationships on this stuff. You know me, I have to make sure I don't go into the warehouse, but it's just the whole. Well, it's the stuff we were talking about in the car. We had a nice discussion in the car on the way to breakfast
but we
today.
forgot to introduce ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
So, hello, y'all. Welcome to Love Park Connection, where we talk about the pains and pleasures of life, love, and relationships. My name is Angela Parker.
And I'm Pierre Parker.
We are a husband and wife marriage and relationship coaching duo. We have been married for 29 years, and it's our goal to help couples communicate more and build healthy long-term relationships and marriages. Please, if there's anything that you like about our content or find value, please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. It really helps us build this community. All right, now we're going to let him go.
Yes.
Yes.
See, she almost forgot my little stamp I got to put on there.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway.
So he's going to get started, y'all. I'm just going to chime in where I can.
So we had a good discussion.
I'm going to try and keep him reeled in, y'all.
Yeah, she's going to try to keep you reeled in because I will go off the deep end and we might get shut down. So, we don't need us to be shut down. But anyway, so we had a good discussion this morning. We were on our way to breakfast and we were listening to a podcast that we listen to every now and then, and the young lady on there started talking about a certain topic about
we ain't gonna say what it is because we don't want y'all. You listen to that person. We listen to a whole lot of different. We like to get different viewpoints on things. So we don't listen to just one type of podcast. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
All kind of stuff. Y'all would be surprised.
Anyway, go ahead, baby.
But anyway, so she started talking about how I guess there was a guy who basically what did she say?
He made a comment on his podcast, and a lot of folks didn't like the comment.
Not on the podcast, it was on his
Twitter whatever on social media.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever it was. And a lot of folks didn't like it. They got offended by it. So a certain group of folks put out his address.
Yeah, they did.
I guess
called
doxing or something. I never heard of it. But doxing and put out his information, address and so forth out there. And then that's where the problems began.
Yes. And then this one feminist lady came to his house and was talking crazy and doing whatever. And he tried to get her to leave. She wouldn't leave. So he pepper sprayed her.
I shouldn't laugh. I'm sorry.
I'll laugh because she shouldn't have her ass over there doing stupid shit. So, anyway, so
I'm gonna keep smiling, y'all.
He pepper sprayed her, and then he got arrested for pepper spraying her because they said he assaulted her. But I'm like, that's kind of messed up because she on his property harassing him.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he just didn't open the door and just spray her. I'm sure he was like, could you please leave, get out of here, leave me alone, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
She didn't leave. And so the consequences of not leaving, you get your eyes burnt up by some pepper spray. So, anyway, we got into this discussion because, the other part of it was then another person came actually and tried to actually kill him. So this guy came and had all these guns and all this stuff, and he had actually.
We don't need to go into that. What's
anyway, basically, so the guy tried to kill him, but the police came and eventually actually killed the other guy. Or am I not supposed to say kill? That's unalive. That bullshit. Anyway, so that's another thing we got in a discussion about. But anyway, the police, handled their business with him. But what we got into the discussion was she was like, well, I don't think he needed to, pass away. And no, what was you saying?
I was saying that, I was saying that what was I saying? I was saying that they shouldn't, the guy who made the comment, just because you make a comment about something, that is, our rights to make comments, but yes, there are consequences, but how far do the consequences go? There's always a consequence. You do something, there's a consequence. If you put something out there on social media and you're, because I think right now with social media, we just vomit words out and don't think about the consequences. We feel we have the right to say whatever we want to say. And on one hand, yes, you do. But on the other hand, there are consequences to everything you say. And even if it's something you say amongst your friends, it don't need to go onto social media. No. So that's what I was saying. And
I was saying, he, although yes, there was somebody that put the hit out or tried to, off him.
Because we're not supposed to say, I guess we're not supposed to say that word. We're supposed to say unalive, which again is another thing we were talking about. Come on, we got to stop being so sensitive about certain words. Again, there is no balance.
This discussion that we had went in a whole bunch of different ways.
It went into so many different directions. And I'm not even going to try and say exactly everything we talked about, because those are some things that don't need to go on social media.
Yeah. But anyway, what I was saying was that the person that put the comment out, who, the people, the original guy that put that comment out, it's kind of like his fault, because he needed to understand you can't just go out and be saying everything you want to say. There's consequences. And people use that whole freedom of speech bullshit to, try to mask and cover up all of that stuff and allow them to be able to say what they want to say. But when you say it, you got to understand that there may be repercussions that come from it. It may be somebody that show up at your door and be like, bruh, hello to Mr. Glock or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm saying, yes, where I hear what he's saying, I do agree that there are consequences for the things that you say as well as things that you do. But as I would say, as folks with some sense, and I use that word lightly, sense, we also have to realize that just because someone says something doesn't mean they deserve that particular consequence.
Well, true. And that's what I was saying. I understand and I agree that, but it still doesn't stop it from happening.
No, it doesn't stop it from happening.
What can stop it from happening is don't say some stupid shit that you don't need to be saying out in the public, because you think, oh, I got freedom of speech, I can say what I want to say. Okay, well, yeah, you can. But there's consequences that come along with that.
They're going to deal with the consequences, yes.
Like I brought up before, somebody come up and say, I think, all Black people should die or some shit like that.
Okay.
Or was I supposed to say unalive? But if somebody say that, then you got to deal with the consequences that come along with that. You see what I'm saying? The consequences could be you getting canceled. You see what I'm saying? You can cancel. It could be any other thing that comes along that happens to you or your family or anybody. So people need to be aware of the things that they are saying when it comes to certain issues. And I just don't think people think that. They think because they're behind the computer, they can say whatever they want to say.
That's true. They do.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. We need to people need to pay attention to this stuff. And if you're gonna say your little things you want to say it with your group. Say it behind closed doors.
So how does this impact relationships?
How does it influence? Because we was having a disagreement on it, so our relationship was impacted by it.
We weren't really disagreeing. We were just I am all about balance, and you'll hear me say this 101 times, because this country is so off balance. It's either you're far right or you're far left, and really most of us are down the center. Most of us, if we sat down and talked to someone across the aisle who's different than us, I would say some of the things that person says or that person believes in, you will probably believe in it. It ain't gonna be everything. And so, and the good might outweigh, the bad might outweigh the good.
Yeah.
But we've gotten so far on one side or the other that we forgot to look down the middle, and the middle is the balance. And we have forgotten to forgotten to look at both sides of it and really think, okay, do I really believe everything on this side? Or are there some things that I'm like, okay, that person makes sense. That person has a point. And we have forgotten to look at that. And we have forgotten to really, again, go down the center instead of being so I'm this way and I'm that way and I'm right or I'm left.
Yeah.
And it's showing on social media.
And it reflects in relationships.
It does reflect in relationships.
You have one person over here that was for, the all right.
So we had no technical difficulty, y'all.
Technical difficulties. I think the powers that be didn't like some of the stuff we were saying. So, but
I don't think we that powerful, baby.
Look, I don't know. Anyway, like I was saying before, we were so rudely cut off. And we're also using a new interface on this podcast today, so that's what we're trying out, something different. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So just like with the couples when they was having differences with, one person in the couple was voting for the young lady that ran. And
young lady, she's older than we are.
Hey now, look, potato.
Anyway, look. Go ahead.
And the other one was, the other person in the relationship was voting for that carrot. So, you had them going back and forth. Some of the things that the carrot was saying made sense. Now his delivery was fucked up, but and vice versa. Some of the things that the young lady was saying made sense. Well, her delivery wasn't fucked up, but it's just, whatever.
You might not have agreed with it.
You might not agree with it.
Right.
But just because you didn't agree with it did not mean that y'all got to be at odds with each other.
Right.
And, hey, we knew people that was mad at each other. And I got some buddies that like disowned friends and all kind of stuff. It's like, man, you can have a difference of opinion on stuff when you have a conversation or when you talking to people, and it's okay. It's okay.
Like you said, we have lost the art of conversation because we're so worried about, well, if I say something and I don't like what they're saying, then I'm gonna have to cut them off and I'm gonna have to stop talking to them. It's like, why? Is it really that important?
Yeah, it's not. It's not that
important. Social media plays on that, and they fuel that fire.
Yeah. And see, a lot of these, people nowadays, they, because they've stopped the bullying and all of that type of stuff and things like that, they don't know how to deal with conflict or, conversations that get into disagreements.
Right.
They don't understand that you can just talk it out. they want to talk through the text, just sitting right next to each other and all this, and try not to talk to each other. And it's like, no, talk to the person, have a conversation.
Have a conversation.
There's nothing wrong with the conversation.
And like you said, bullying also is a lost art.
Oh,
Because and granted, I know some people are like, well, bullying has gone too far. And yes, it has gone too far. It has gone too far when you start feeling like your child's well-being or their physical physical harm coming to them. But even that, we got into fights when what is it, the Pharaoh generation? We got into some
we got into
fights,
some serious knockdown fights as the Pharaoh generation.
right? So it is what it is, and we just have to stop being so sensitive about every little thing that's going on and realize it's a part of life. It's a part of life, and we've got to, I don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just so tired. I'm so tired of all this.
They bully in the animal kingdom. They got bullies in the animal kingdom. Lions bully the weaker lion, and same thing with the monkeys and the gorillas and all of these other animals. They bully in the animal kingdom. Yeah. I mean, that's a part of life. We got bullied, and the thing was, you turn around and you fight the bully and you beat the bully's ass.
And then y'all friends.
And that's another friends.
Right. What happened? Right. We could be friends afterwards because there was that mutual respect. It's that mutual respect. And yeah, sometimes you win the fight, sometimes you lose, but it was that mutual respect. But again, we're coming from a different generation where our parents were like, look, you gotta handle your business. And
go out there and whoop the bully's ass. That's be like, hey, did the bully, the bully hit you? Look, the bully put his hands on you again.
We Turn told around our daughter.
We told our daughter,
yes. And she did. And that the school never messed with her again.
She got a reputation in school after she did to the bully.
Right. And she wasn't, our daughter is not that kind of person who wants to fight. She'd rather not fight. But we taught her that, hey, you got to do what you got to do, when someone decides they want to pick on you. We can't fight your fights for you, especially as an adult. We can't fight your fights for you. But going back to how that impacts relationships, again, this could be a love relationship, family relationship, friend relationship. You've got to learn how to communicate. You've got to learn how to talk those things through and stop relying on texting, social media. And that's another thing. You break up with someone.
Come on.
You post now on social media? Or you quick to post your new boo on social media and y'all just started dating. Come on.
Yeah.
We
And then you send in the breakup text.
Right.
the breakup text. It's like, oh my God.
And you having these subliminal messaging on social media, and all the pictures are gone of you and your person. And it's like, come on.
Yeah, you change the status on your social media.
Right.
You're like, oh man, she done changed her status, man. Damn. It's like, what? Like, blood, you too old to be tripping like that. And that's the bad thing, is we get people that are from our generation that is just losing it over stuff like this too. Now, they didn't started acting like some of these young ones, and they, tripping off of some of these things. And I'm like, man, stop it, fool. You grew up with us. You don't break up text, blood.
Oh my God. Yeah, but there's so much there's so much that needs to change about the way we view social media, the way we interact with social media, and get back to just honest conversation without being afraid to have those discussions, and to just be authentic.
Be authentic.
And that's another thing about social media. I think people are becoming more authentic on social media. It's almost going too far authentically, but you have a lot of people out there who are not authentic. They're putting on a show or whatnot, and they're not being authentic.
Yeah.
And those are people that get, and that's How? Please explain to me.
Here we
Please
go.
explain to me, folks. Leave it in the comment because I'm trying to understand.
Mhm.
You can have some of the dumbest shit on social media that has no, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't have any value.
Mhm.
And you can't say, well, maybe it has value to some people. No, some of the stuff I've seen has no value at all, and they're getting millions of views. Please, and millions of like, oh, I like it, I like it. I'm like, what on earth is this? Where our brain cells are going to?
Mhm.
You know?
You want me to answer that?
No, I don't. Hey, if someone can leave a comment and, comments and let me know, what am I missing something? I mean, I understand that I'm not Gen Z or millennials, and I understand that I'm going to look at something from a different viewpoint. But I like a good laugh. I like a good laugh just like the next person.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff, I'm like, going, really, babe, look at this nonsense.
Yeah, she showed me. She showed me
Oh.
one. It was just like I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe. Got 1 million views, 1 million followers, and I'm like,
Yes.
for this?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
It's
Okay.
ridiculous. But
It's
by design.
by design. And we just
That
fallen
I
into it.
that's
We
I would
just
believe it right
folks
there.
are just falling into it.
Falling.
Head over heels. But
Head over heels. See, look, that warehouse want to open up so bad.
I got the lock on it.
You got the
I'm
lock.
about to throw away the key.
No, you can't throw away the key to my conspiracy warehouse. No, it's
Anything else we want to?
no. I don't know. I'm a little mad that our other one got cut off. That
Yeah, we had a whole.
we
We got like 20 minutes. Was it 20 minutes? About 20 minutes. All of a sudden, there was audio just went out.
Yep.
So this is the take 2 of the second part. So
yes, it ain't as juicy as the other one.
I know. Maybe if we can try and figure out how to get the audio work, we'll upload that one instead. But anyway, so y'all, anything else, baby?
I think that's it.
That's it.
I think. Look.
Watch, we're gonna get off. We're gonna get off. Like, dang, we should have said that.
Yeah, I know some other stuff I should have said. I should have said what.
But if you guys have any comments on what we're talking about, are we just totally off base when it comes to social media and relationships and interacting with people, interacting with one another, communicating with one another?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we are totally off because we are that feral generation and we're not writing ahead.
Yeah. We that generation that had the key around our neck and we came in after school.
That's right.
And then we had to make our own dinner because our parents were still at work. And
we got to eat Twinkies.
Yep. And they was like, don't touch the phone. Don't open the door for nobody.
They didn't say don't touch. My mom would say, don't pick up my damn phone.
Don't pick up my damn phone. Look. That phone with the long 50-mile cord, that's the curly cord.
Yes.
That go around the house. Yeah.
What is phone on a what?
Yes.
Anyway, yeah.
Look, I mean, most of the people that's probably watching this, they probably part of the feral generation too.
Probably. We got some young folks.
Some young ones. I hope so. We spit knowledge. Look.
They did crazy old people.
Yeah, we some crazy old people. Look, this show about the bullying real quick. I'm gonna tell this little story because I told it on the other one, but
yeah.
But I had some friends that I would fight. When I was in elementary school, I had friends that 2 brothers. We would fight every day, dang near. I would fight one of the brothers on Monday, and then the next brother like on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then on Thursday or Friday I'm fighting the other brother. So we fought all the time.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, if I got in a fight with somebody else, they jumped in and helped me beat up the other person. And then 2 days later, we fighting again. But we end up being friends.
Right.
So, it's nothing wrong with all of the bullying and all of that stuff in elementary, all that stuff. Let them get that fighting and all that stuff out, because a lot of times when they get to high school and all that stuff, they ain't doing no fighting.
But see, but the difference between...
And a lot of times that's from the bullying.
But the difference between fighting when we were kids and then now is that we didn't have no armory to bring to school.
That's because
we also knew that if our parents got called, we
Well, yeah, I mean,
we
was going.
we was gonna have to deal with some consequences.
Yeah, we was more scared of our parents than the
Right.
police and everybody
And
else.
that's not what's happening today. So I do understand while yes, we do a little bit of bullying is healthy and it, builds character.
Yes.
But then you got those crazy, you got those little ones who I was gonna say somebody's name. I'm gonna call out some stuff.
Call out some
I was
stuff.
gonna say, and that stuff we can't say on social on YouTube, so I'm not gonna say it. But I can understand where sometimes you're like, oh no, we can't. We got to curtail the bullying because you got some crazy kids out there who just
Yeah,
they
I understand. Yeah, you got some crazy
so
kids out there. They all juiced up off of what are those things?
talkies,
Ta-
talkies, and
Takis
Sprite.
and Sprite and all of that stuff. So yeah, yeah. But I mean, and then most of them a lot of them ain't never really been in a fight anyway. They talk big. They ain't been in a fight. They can't fight.
Not a real hand to hand.
No,
Right.
no. A lot of them can't fight. A lot of our little. I mean, most of them ain't too masculine nowadays, but that's another issue. I can't get into
we're
that.
not doing that.
Most of our young men, they ain't there. So
Anyway, before this goes into left field,
yeah, let me stop.
we're gonna go and get out of here. But thank you guys for listening to this rant. We just, like I said, he's like, let's just get on there, and I'm like, oh, we need structure. But anyway, thank you for listening to our rant today. And if you find value in this episode or any other episodes, please remember to subscribe and like and hit that notification bell. We appreciate it. You're helping us build this community. And next time when we come back, we'll come back with something a little more structured, maybe.
We'll have to. We'll have to.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.